All right, a new report reveals the biggest moving trends across the country. And according to Pods Moving and Storage, coastal towns Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Wilmington, North Carolina topped that list for a record-setting third straight year. As the most moved-in cities, while the Dallas-Fort Worth area made it back onto the top 5 of the most moved-in cities for the first time in 3 years. Meanwhile, you got California continuing to see a high number of people actually moving out.
Wow, the great California exodus. There's so many different things that can be on the list for leaving this place. I mean, we're just like, where do you start? For one, the cost of living, the rent prices, the home prices, you know, mixed with the inflation and with the interest rates. I mean, I don't see how anybody could buy anything out here. I was looking, I seen a gentleman, he was on Instagram, a real estate agent, listing properties for 1,200 square feet for $6,000 a month. Talking about you can get in there and start a business. So, you know, I don't know how anybody would be able to pay $6,000 a month running a business and have all your personal bills. That would not work out. These gas prices out here is out of the roof. They talking about 2 refineries are getting ready to shut down. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. And like the lady said, the traffic seems to be picking up. So are they leaving? You know, the people that leave and people are coming in, it's hard to tell. It does not look like anybody has left here in terms of traffic. You know, people get the bright idea of coming here, chasing after Hollywood dreams and coming out here to make it big in Hollywood. And a lot of them come out here and end up being on drugs and homeless. The crime and the safety concerns with the mayor cutting back on the LAPD and all these budget deficits and reducing the amount of patrolled men out on the streets. Crime is going to go through the roof out here in a minute. You know, I hate leaving the house. If I'm not going to work or taking care of some business, or me and the wife out actually doing something that we need to do, we do not even leave, man. It's that bad out here, guys. You can clearly see it when you leave your home. Sometimes we be out, we live in a more like affluent black neighborhood within Los Angeles. But at the same time, like I was telling you a few videos ago, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, all the ritzy, really rich neighborhoods, they are so close to the areas in Los Angeles that are just ridden with crime, drugs, and gang activity. So it really don't even make no sense living in that area. I mean, you're just gonna have a nice big house and just, you know, be able to say, I live in Beverly Hills, just to be able to attach that to your driver's license, you know, and on your applications, you could put down Beverly Hills. It sounds good, but you still in the ghetto as far as I'm concerned.
Of the state, with Los Angeles and the Bay Area leading the exodus for the 4th straight year in a row. 5 other California regions also ranked in the top 20 for the number of moved outs. You got, let's see.
It's because everything in California is too expensive.
Housing taxes.
I mean, every night, you know, we hear this helicopter up just hovering, or the sirens all through the night. It's horrible. When you talk about the safety concerns of living up here, man, it's crazy, you know. And the homeless crisis, everywhere you go, everywhere, you're gonna have somebody's gonna have their hand stuck out to you, begging and asking for something. Now, I'm not putting down the homeless or anybody that's down on their luck. Me and my wife and family, we try to look out when we can, but at the same time, that's getting out of hand, man. A lot of times you see these people, it's like they pick a corner and that's where they hustling at, as far as I'm concerned. It makes me think one time years ago, I remember I was out with one of my partners and we went somewhere. We pulled up to a convenience store and it was funny how he had knew the homeless guy that would hang out at this particular store. And the dude was hitting us up for change, and my buddy was like, man, come on, man, I know you got a grip, man. Show my partner your grip. Show me what you're working with. And this man went in his sock and pulled out a knot of money. So, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that to say all of them is out here scamming, but I mean, if you just sit there, so many people here, you know what I mean, what is minimum wage now? 15, 20 bucks. So if they can just get half of what minimum wage is, 10 bucks, if they can hit up, you know, 50 people an hour and squeeze 10 out of the 50, then they doing good. It just becomes a job. The urban decay, the California beauty, you know, that's one thing that my wife has been big on and helped me to appreciate, is just the beauty of California, the landscaping, the mountains, the beaches. It's a very beautiful place to live. But the people of the city are wearing the city down. A lot of the places that people is packing up and running to, it's like you can go to neighboring cities like Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. It's like you living in hell if you go there. Las Vegas, Nevada, just the same. A lot of people's running to the Carolinas. We've got a lot of family and friends that have packed up and hauled their behinds down to Texas. Now, me and my wife, I actually like the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I do. The cost of living for us is pretty affordable. We was able to get our house with a good interest rate where we're not being just taken down with this 7% interest rate that's wiping people out and they can't afford it. So, you know, thanks to the man upstairs for that we are even in a position to even be able to survive out here. But it's rough living in California.
But it's not impacting traffic, though. I keep hearing these reports, and I feel like traffic has gotten worse.
Yeah.
So,
right.
No.
If you're going to move out, take traffic with you, right? Yeah, exactly.
Take those cars.
The people packing up and leaving, the great exodus. Salute to y'all. Hope you guys make it and have a wonderful life wherever you go. A lot of our employees have left and actually packed up and left and relocated and sold their homes to get out of here. It's like Biggie Smalls say, this is just a great place to come and visit, come have some fun, visit Disneyland, go see the beaches and the oceans and get back on the plane and fly out of here. Me and the wife always speak on that as well. Like if we leave, I mean, you know, we could always just come visit if you get homesick and get out of here. But just the way of life and the way it is living in Los Angeles is super frustrating, guys. Really, the political frustration with Newsom and all this silly stuff he got going on with electric vehicles and the mayor down there. You know, you see how Trump had her hemmed up a couple months ago. She's not doing nothing to make any change. They make all these good promises and say all these good things that they're going to do. And then once they get in office, none of that stuff manifests. So much on my mind that I'm trying to get out. But I mean, it's just a long laundry list of different reasons why a person would want to pack up and leave out of here. Me, as being a truck driver and just driving around taking care of other business and different things we got going on, the cost of fuel, man. Mixed between the rates that we're making right now. You guys know about the rates. That's going to be my next video coming up for you guys. Between the rates and the fuel, it's no way you can sustain a trucking company just staying local in California. Not as an owner-operator. That's especially not driving around in that long hood truck. It's not going to work. You're going to burn a nice chunk of your fuel just sitting in traffic. But outside of that, not getting too off base and going into trucking, the fuel costs, it's been on the news earlier also, as far as these two big refineries getting ready to shut down. So right now with diesel, I'm gonna use diesel as an example, it's at $4.60 a gallon. So when these refineries close down, what is it gonna go up to? $5.60, back up to $6 plus? So between the fuel and the other cost of business and trying to operate a trucking company is just insane. And I'm just saying all that to say, that's why I like getting out over the open road and go plant myself in Texas and stay up and run up and down from Texas to Missouri and Oklahoma, because I love spending that $2 and $3 a gallon out there in that area, you know. So those are some of my personal reasons of why I believe people are leaving here. Is basically just to be able to go and have a better life and not just be in this rat race chasing at the money each and every day just to survive and be able to sustain your life between groceries and, I mean, even when we go to the movie theaters now and places to eat and places we like to frequent, you don't even see a lot of people out whining and dining and having themselves a good time at entertainment and doing activities, because nobody has no extra money to do that. Between your rent and your mortgage and your bills and buying gas to get to work and how the food costs have went up, what else is there left on the table for you to even do? But so much for that. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me once again. I hope you guys are enjoying these reactions. And it's been real until we see the next time. Peace, stay safe, stay prayed up, stay out of harm's way. I appreciate all the love and support from you guys. I'm out.